What is up, everybody? We're hot. Did it work? Did it sound good? Let me know if it sounded good. I've been working on that shit all day. All right. So we are going to bring in some friends. We're going to start it off the bat. But first, there we go. It's early. I don't want everybody to get too pumped up and excited early. So here we are. We're back. We got the guys in the chat. I think everybody's unmuted. So I think we're good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Emoji rain is on, everybody. So get your emojis in. Make sure to let us know how you're feeling through emoji so we can see it. But yeah, this is the first time Matt Cave's been here. Welcome to everybody. We got Sheev the Wise always hanging out with us pre-Bad Batch before his crazy streams. Matt Cave is finally joining us here on a Tuesday. He has been out of pocket doing big baller stuff.
Woo!
Fox is always here. We're always doing things together. Yeah. And Matt, I don't know if you've ever streamed with Dan the Man, but he's here early. We never get him here this early. We brought him in super early.
Let's go.
Hey, man. Yes, sir.
You know, the Bad Batch is just so exhilarating. He had to be here.
You know,
You're right. Yeah.
Things are going to get spicy. All right. Look, we're getting into a new episode, and the title may have fooled you, but not really, because next week it is Mando is taking over the metaverse, right? The hottest show on TV is back, and everybody is super hyped. I know I couldn't be more pumped. This season is going to be fire.
That's why I'm here. Shit, I came a whole week early. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to talk some Mando. We're going to talk some Bad Batch. I agree. R.I.P. Bad Batch. You guys are going to have a rough couple of weeks at the back end of this trying to compete with that Mando flavor, because you know everybody's streaming that Mando flavor first.
The Mandalorian is taking over.
All right, we're also showing off these new features. Matt hasn't been here during the stream, so we're going to show it off. So here's the first poll. All right, you guys, what do you think? Focus chat. Okay, so does anybody watch Bad Batch? Oh, we lost one.
It's a good poll.
Dan.
Start simple.
Okay, look, we're going to start simple, and we're going to set that poll up. Boom, poll's up. Well, what happened to my poll?
It didn't work?
It was up.
That's
okay, there it is. Okay, and Dan kicked himself out somehow. I don't know what happened, but Dan was on the
Make sure you
floor.
type yes or no.
Okay,
or it won't register it in there.
Here we are right here. The poll is up. There we go. Fuck yes. Okay, there we go. That's it.
Right. That might be a unique one.
Okay.
Yeah. It might be,
So yeah, are we gonna get
tied 1-1? Love it.
How the hell do I vote?
Good job, chat.
Just type in the word in the chat.
Guys.
I mean, not in our chat, in the comments, in like the YouTube chat, because you're chatting under my name right now. Because
crap! I messed it up.
That's okay. It's okay. We got 4 votes for yeses. We got 1 fuck yes, and we got 1 yeah.
Fact yes.
There you go. See, yep, everybody's got This is great, right? So everybody's got a poll word. If our community can only keep it in coloring in the lines between yes and no's, but that seems to be inconceivable here. So yeah, the yeses have it. Bad Batch is just going to be down for a while, right? I mean, it's going to be the backseat. I'm sorry to say this, but it's going to be the backseat baby, right?
Are they taking a season break?
No, they're going to air side by side, and nobody is going to watch Bad Batch first.
Mando's just going to go.
Sorry, I'm not sorry though.
No, it's true. It's true.
I want to be sorry. I want to feel bad about it, but I can't. It's fact. It's the biggest show. I mean, I think if you put Mando, House of Dragon, you put all this stuff side by side together, I really think Mando is the one people are going to watch.
It is. I mean, I was just at Galaxy's Edge this past week. The amount of people wearing Mando merch or Grogu this or that, like, it is crazy how many Mandalorian fans are out there in the wild. This is like, your everyday person knows who the Mandalorian and most likely knows about Grogu, or at least Baby Yoda. You know what I mean? So it is that big of a show, and yeah, Bad Batch doesn't really stand a chance.
Baby Yoda, I'm perfectly okay with that. If you're a Muggle fan and you're like, God, boy,
Well, I'll tell you what, that baby Yoda sure is a cute mother, Hubbard.
I'm okay with that. If that's how you identify with him, at least you're watching the show.
I want
Right?
that to be his voice.
Mm.
Do it.
Take your time, I will.
Yes.
But yeah,
So
man,
much yes.
I don't. If you're the Muggle fan, you're in it for all of it, right? I mean, you're there for the little guy, but you're there for everything also. So, I just think there's so many people that this is really Disney Plus's flagship show, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yo,
Mando
real
was
quick while
huge.
go ahead.
Go for it, dude. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while we're talking about it, I've noticed in the TV spots with Grogu, he's flexing his force muscle. I don't know if you've seen that, like spinning the chair around, pulling candies. Like, eventually, doing that over and over again, it's gonna prevent him from passing out when he uses it in those extreme moments. So, like, I'm looking forward to him, like, he's getting his muscles up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wrecks that guy coming out of the cave.
Oh
That's
yeah,
another
and then
cool
just
part
keeps
of the
floating.
Book of Boba.
Mhm.
That's another cool part of the Book of Boba is just the fact that we do see the training between Grogu and Luke, and that he almost like unlocks something in Grogu with the training he does. And from there, it's been Grogu using the Force left and right. He stopped a Rancor at the end of Book of Boba. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
fell asleep too there,
I mean,
though. I'm just like, when is he gonna pull this, and then just be like, chill.
But is
Mastery
he
over time.
using? Did he put him to sleep? I mean, isn't that more of like Cal Kestis's psychometry, right? With animals and the ability to, like, they all have this
beast
ability,
control.
right?
Beast control,
Ezra,
I think.
well, Ezra was more of the beast control, kind of Jedi that we see. So for him to have this ability is really, I mean, I feel like Yoda had all those abilities too, right? Like Yoda was, if you're playing Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor as Yoda, all of the things are filled up, right? Every force ability, all of that. He had 900 years to learn all of that, right? So, I mean, little dude's had like 50 years of previous knowledge to unlock, like you said. So yeah, some of that training, some of those flashbacks probably did unlock some of that stuff. But ultimately, he's going to have a lot of power. And he's going to have a lot of different powers, right? And that beast control might be one of them, right?
50 years is a long time.
I wonder if Luke was able to communicate with him at all to the extent of how much he was trained at the temples. Because I wonder when he got cut off, or, he's 50, how long he was there, and what class they allowed him to excel to. Well, the mentality, I'm sure they're not going to just be like, yeah, here, take this lightsaber and go off on this and lead these people here.
At the temple, he is Anakin's age. Him and Anakin are the same age.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy.
So at the time he's, 20 years old, he's still a toddler, right? He's still probably being taken care of by, somebody in the temple, whether that's, other Jedi, whether that's, they have, they have to have some kind of nurse droid or nurse Jedi that are taking care of the younglings as they get them, because Ahsoka was tiny when they got her, right? So there's got to be some kind of nurse protocol going on in the temple.
Well, she rode up to the temple on that big saber-toothed tiger. She rode up like a baller. She was good.
Right, but maybe that's not an uncommon thing for a youngling Jedi, right? They don't really know what they're doing, but it's just inherent to relax an angry beast, right? Something simple. I mean, she does it. Grogu does it. Ezra does it right away, right? I mean, as soon as he figures out what the Force is, he's like, "Oh, I could tell these dudes what to do." Oh, this.
It's like a natural connection. It's almost like how kids believe in Santa Claus, even though I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Santa Claus is real. So when you believe in Santa Claus,
why do you think I got a house with a chimney?
The magic of that is more real. And as a kid, I think the force sensitivity in Star Wars is higher. And that's probably even why Palpatine is going around the galaxy throughout almost every era trying to kidnap little kids, because they have higher force sensitivity, which potentially could help with his, cloning programs, or who knows what he's doing with them. But
Well,
think about like.
Go ahead, Matt.
Think about with these younglings, they're being encouraged all these years. You tap into your powers, utilize your powers, and make it natural. Look at that glass. It's beautiful. I love that pint glass. They're taught all this at a very young age, and they're afraid of it. But then they start to learn to be comfortable with it. And now they're thrust into a world where they have to now suppress it and hide it. And you think about what's it, the Wookiee on Bad Bat? What's his name? Gunji. He was terrified. He was terrified. But then when he desperately had to, when he busted out all his force abilities and everything, and but he's lost. He's desperate just to find a home again. And it's just crazy, man, to think that type of a world. We think about it like with all the Jedi that were killed in Order 66 and all the adults and the council members and stuff like that. But think about this from the younglings' point of view, the ones that survived.
Well, I think Obsession brings up a good point about how, the Force and Yoda bringing up, 900 years to learn all that good stuff. But what we're about to find out in Ahsoka is that this shit ain't just a one-way turn. The Force is like, what we know, what we conceive as the Force and Force push and pull, and what we've seen up to this point is like a tip of the iceberg. We don't know what these kids can do with the power. We only know what they've shown us for the last however many years Star Wars has been out. So if Grogu can learn some other shit on top of the beast trick, maybe he could, I don't know, make the dirt come alive and talk to a friend. Like Force can be whatever, Dave Filoni's about to do some weird things with it in New Beyond, I feel, to really turn its whole idea on its head. Like,
I mean, the early lines, and if you take it way back to the stuff most everybody can agree on, right? And that's kind of where I'm trying to live this space for just a minute. But when Ben Kenobi talks about the Force as a whole, right? The same way all the rest of the Jedi did back in the day, but it's an energy field, surrounds us, it binds us, right? That's how the young feel, right? The younglings and the young Jedi, they don't know what they're feeling necessarily, but they can feel everything around them, right? And so it's almost inherent that these Force users that don't have training are going to be able to have some kind of control over something, and communication with animals is an easy in, right? You don't have to hurt anybody. It's usually something that not everybody can see. So I think that's a big part of why Grogu can sit here and put the Rancor to sleep, right? Hey, it's okay. Let's settle down, little guy.
I forgot about that.
Just for Matt.
Okay. Let's settle down, little guy. Let's come on, big buddy. Let's relax. Let's take a breathe. How about let's take a nap together? That sounds like a great idea.
Oh my goodness.
That's the kind of conversation I feel that's going on there in his mind, right? He's not like controlling him like, mind control, right? He's not Obi-Wan Kenobiing him, right? But he's just kind of like, hey, bud, there's no need to yell. Let's take a nap. You look cranky. Did you not get your nap? Did he wake you up from your nap? Because he's a kid too, right? I mean, it's just kids relating to kids, no matter what, It's like watching an ostrich and a golden retriever be friends.
You've been watching Disney movies?
I've been watching YouTube, bro.
I don't know.
YouTube.
That's a fun analogy. I never heard that one before.
I made it up, but I'm just like tried to pick two things that normally wouldn't be fun. So let's talk about the Bad Batch for a second. Now there's more.
Oh, I was wondering why my screen just said I had a boner.
I was gonna say there's a Beskar boner backstage. What's going on here?
Phil, as he's eating a banana, how fitting. That's not how you eat a banana on the air. Haven't you ever watched any movies? All right, so let's talk about Bad Batch. So Matt had to get caught up in the backstage because he didn't complete the assignment, but
didn't do his homework.
I only did half of it.
we finished with the guys and Omega trapped on a planet waiting for rescue. They got a high-powered antenna. They called their homie Sid. Sid's like, yeah, screw you guys. Figure it out later. So do we think? And I did Santa's poll this week just for you.
Oh, thank you.
For you. I did that this week for you guys.
I still haven't done mine yet.
I did. Yeah, I did mine earlier. Got into it. But do you guys think that they're going to call another friend? Are we going to phone a friend?
I was just about to ask.
Go ahead.
Well, no, go for it, man.
My one hope for this episode tonight is that they completely tell Sid to fuck right off. Like, just
Me too.
If y'all are seriously gonna stick around with her after tonight, then you're not the Bad Batch.
I want to watch Omega go up there and snatch that Mandalorian helmet off the wall and be like, "You suck, Sid," and like
be playing right in the Sheev's hands.
Right.
Yes, excellent.
I just we talked about it before anybody showed up. So,
but to your question though of if they're gonna phone a friend, that was one of my biggest questions after this last episode. We hear at one point that Tech is on potentially a special mission, and we know he's off with Rex. So, what do you guys think that special mission could be? Is he saving Wolf? Is he saving Cody?
Is it really a special mission, or is he just kind of sandbagging it a little bit, and kind of, because this was before they talked, right? This was before the heart to heart. This is when he was still kind of being callous, and he's like, he's on a secret mission, whatever, right? But it wasn't really a secret mission.
The whole conversation is that he's not available to call because he's out of range or he's on a special mission or something. So, I mean, it's possible that he's just butthurt about the Bad Batch not going with him or whatever. But I think that he probably is doing some sort of special mission, especially because we haven't heard word of Cody in what's it been, almost 7 weeks?
Man, Cody's dead.
Get the fuck!
He probably is.
There it is.
We're getting a little bit more Cody. We're definitely getting more Cody.
Are you trying to Roger me right
I
now?
hope so.
You don't think they will code his ass?
Trying to Roger me? Huh?
They probably did,
Off screen, bro?
No, not Cody.
Rampart was out here just doing all of them dirty. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm worried that we won't see him.
Tarky's pretty sinister right now. He's completely off the leash. He's got to answer to nobody, right? Tarkin's really, really like exercising his I don't give a fuck muscle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like outright, I'm gonna burn towns and I will burn planets to the ground because who's there to stop me, right? So everybody's pretty ruthless right now. It's the Wild West for the Imperials, right? Again, the only thing you don't want to do is see your boss, right? You don't want to see. Nobody wants to see their boss during this time. Right? If your boss shows up, you are dead. You are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So is Rampart dead? Did they kill Rampart?
Yes.
Or is he just in jail?
Yeah, I think they offed him off screen.
If they didn't off him, the next time we see him, Palpatine's going to barbecue him up like the next New Year's Eve show. It's going to be pretty nasty.
Be sweet if you shared a cell with Hauser, right?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
What's cracking?
Dude.
I think I haven't trusted Sid from the beginning, and now even more so. But what really solidified it for me was the racing episode, and that dude was like, "Listen, you guys don't know Sid, and you guys will probably just get out of here before she screws you over." I was like, "Oh, that's it. That's the final nail in the coffin for me." I'm like, "She's just awful," and then to find out about this episode, I was like, yeah, that's it. She's screwing them up. She probably sent the dude to steal the ship.
I mean, everybody's kind of feeling this way about Rampart. That Rampart's, gonna be a Callus, Agent Callus in this little.
I hope they don't. I don't want to.
I hope they don't either. I don't want to see that because during this time there shouldn't be any betrayers. Everybody's there for the money. The money's
who played that guy that warned about Sid in that racing episode? I didn't realize it. Who played like the dude that was like her old protege or whatever? That was Ernie Hudson.
Was it really? Oh,
I could be dead wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Ernie Hudson. I heard it. Like,
Yo,
unless it was a dream. Like,
I don't know. I don't know how far off we are, but what if we just see him getting walked into some prison to build a certain thing? Death Star 2
thing,
right? Like Andor, like we're leading up to like a Death Star 1 happened, right? Or is this Death Star 2?
No, this is still pre Death Star 1.
And early too, right?
What the hell is
so they got to build.
Go ahead.
No,
they could be doing because we got.
No, finish it, bro. Finish it.
I'm lost.
No, really, I was just speculating on Rampart. Because Rampart's probably useful. I don't think they would just kill him necessarily.
Well, I mean, look, but he knows all the dirt right now. That's the thing is you can't have anybody around that's got the juice, right? You can't have anybody around that can spill the tea. So you kind of gotta get rid of anybody that's like that can show their master plan. You know what I mean?
Could we potentially get Rampart transitioned into live action for second season Andor?
That would be sick.
What if Bad Batch starts becoming the jumping off point to go from animation to live action? Because we're is that me? You hear that ding?
That was me because of Green Bear.
Wait, what? Oh.
It's like, what I win? I don't know.
Your phone on silent, bro.
It's my damn computer, bro. Gotta hide the alerts for everybody. It happens all the time on my streams.
That was great.
So is tonight gonna be like episode 10?
I think so, right?
Okay.
I gotta double check, to be honest. I know it's called Retrieval. That's the title of tonight's episode.
Retrieval.
Yeah, and it will be episode 10. So do you guys think it'll be a retrieval of the ship, the Havoc Marauder, or just the Bad Batcher getting retrieved? Which ones?
It's gonna be both. That's what they do. The double
entendre. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Been doing it every episode. They've been doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a follow-up episode for sure because every 2-episode arc, like the Hauser episode, the young Hera episode, happened in 2 parts. So we'll probably do the same thing here.
Who stole it and why was it Hondo?
Oh, no!
I was thinking Hondo also.
He doesn't have blue dreads, man.
Yeah,
I know. I was up all night when that episode dropped, and I'm watching Star Wars Santa. He's like, "It's Hondo." I'm like, "No, it's not."
I always wanted.
I don't think it was
to, like have a new pirate crew. So
that's the thing. It's like one of his crew. I don't think that was Hondo on the bike. I think it was like one of his guys.
That would be awesome.
We need more Hondo.
That would detriment that is since this happens before Rebels, we know he's alone. You know, so if this happened after though, give Hondo a new crew. Goddammit,
we need Hondo a new, and we also need we need another Hondo and Ezra reuniting moment.
Ooh, yeah,
to get the big Ezra, like his excitement when he sees him. I love it.
I will say that we do have confirmation that Hondo's alive during the sequel era, so. Right. Having him brought into the Mandalorian would be awesome, man. Or at least one of the Mandalorian shows.
Done with his turd battle. I mean, he would make the best.
Yep, yeah.
Please,
the best Hondo Ohnaka.
He would.
You know what? I got tired of waiting on Johnny, so I'm just bring back Jim Cummings.
Look, I'm sorry, but like Hondo would be great with Johnny Depp playing that role. The drunken pirate thief would be a perfect and do the makeup so good that you can't tell it's him.
It's Captain Jack in space, bro. Yeah, but if you're doing that, give me every Hondo in video games, in fucking all the shows. If Johnny Depp is really going to be him, just put him in everything.
Look, I'm going to say it right here officially that I would play the shit out of a Hondo video game.
You talking about just plundering and pirating the whole time? Yes.
Yeah, it's just like Ratchet and Clank. He's just destroying shit.
Grand Theft Hondo. That's what I want.
Stealing lightsabers.
That's it.
Yo.